Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2018 70-Star Tournament brought to you by vi.gg. Hanging out with Ruby. Sorry today. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty nicely. Should be an interesting race. Hoping to see some good stuff from both players.
We've seen some really good stuff coming out from Bro Mario, and I'm excited to see Benji step up today to race against him for the very first race here on twitch.tv/speedrun. Vi.gg, that is our official sponsor, control in a few of these tournaments going on right now. Check them out, vi.gg, hit !bet in the chat, or you can hit down in the panels down there. They're doing a special deal. I believe it's like 20 euros towards your first bet. Check that out as long as you're of legal betting age and betting is legal in your country. Have you tried that out yet, Ruby?
No, I haven't got around to doing it, but never know. If I see a race I'm thinking confident in, yeah,
And
can give it a go.
There have been some major upsets throughout this tournament. Shocking upsets, to be honest. So going for the underdog may be the best bet at this point.
Could be. Well, we also have BroMario with us in the commentary to have a pre-game interview.
BroMario, pretty solid performance so far throughout this tournament. How are you feeling going into this race against Benji?
I'm a little nervous, but I feel like I have a pretty good chance of winning. I've been doing a lot more practice since last race.
Right.
And I did a couple offline no resets last night. 70 no resets, so I'm feeling pretty confident that I can at least get close to winning. Like, it should be a close race, I think.
And Benji, how do you feel? You have a comfortable PB going against Bro Mario up here today. How do you feel going into this race now?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. You know, very consistent.
Like he's but yeah, he has a 1. But yeah, he has a 52. I think he had a shot. I don't know.
Consistency is the name of the game. We've all of our runners. The man who dies the least, the man who's more consistent, is the man who wins. Necessarily the PB time gonna come into effect here, but not as big as you. Well, good. Gentlemen, good luck to both of you. We're going to go ahead and get this race started. We'll join you right after the race for another interview to see how well you did.
All right. Good luck, Benji.
Good luck too.
Both runners shaking the hands customarily before the race gets started. Benji posting a solid 49.54 as a PB, BroMario2823. Ruby, if you're in this situation where you're going against someone who has a pretty commanding lead as far as PB goes, how do you feel going into something like this?
Well, I actually did a exhibition race. I think it was Super Viper in a 16-star, and he's considerably better than me. So I went into it just thinking, all right, put your head down, just get as close as you can to your own PB. You know, just do whatever you can, and yeah.
Now, did you watch the stream as you're racing? Like, to me, that seems like that would throw you off a little bit if you're trying to watch, especially, you know, with any delay and anything like that. That you may think that you're behind or ahead, and do you think it's better to just kind of leave it off and not watch?
Well, when it comes to running on GSA, I don't really do that as much, but with other tournaments, yeah, I watch the stream to sort of engage whether or not I should go for something that is maybe risky but faster. But yeah, sometimes I do like to watch the stream the other person's at.
That's fair. And going through these races, you know, Bro Mario is sitting down now, thinking about how he's going to execute. We saw it earlier. I believe it was a D whatever match where things like breezeless and island hop come into effect. You know, super risky strats when you're that far behind. to kind of pad it. However, super risky strats as well. Speaking of risky strats, by the way, uh, I noticed that you PB'd yourself yesterday. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. I got things like pill lists I don't normally go for in runs. I got that first try, and I had like a really good start to my run, but then upstairs came along and I was just losing time, and yeah, I managed to hold it together enough. But yeah, pretty difficult to keep the concentration when you're playing that well for so long.
That's where the dynamic is with this game, to be perfectly honest. You know, we see a lot of players get into their own head, especially around TTM, Snowman's Land, as you're preparing is super intimidating changer for sure. And that's where we see a lot of these runs fall.
Yeah, and definitely with especially like Tippy, I mean, things that can and will go wrong. Like Rainbow Ride to start off with, you've got the triple jump wall kick, which, I mean, it's not necessarily easy, especially with the nerves as well. So it's definitely something you got to try and keep under wraps and just get your head down and try not to lose a lot of time.
The consistency for sure. It's all about mindset. We've talked to Lunar Jump about that before, and going into even just practice with the correct kind of mindset uh, changes things. It changes the dynamic on how you play. What we've seen throughout this tournament are the gentlemen who have gone through. They've made a major mistake but recovered. D whatever died at the end, the very last red coin in Dark World. Um, we saw that in the race with Super Viper as well. Uh, it's a game changer. It's all about that recovery, getting out of your own head, trying to focus on what's coming up next, not what already happened.
Go to like once you've had a big mistake like that, to try and get, because obviously, I mean, dying is a very big loss. So yeah,
Right.
try and get setting back into, you know, if you can come back from that and win a race, that takes quite a lot of you know, mental and physical power to bring you back like that.
For sure. And all it takes is to execute different strats to get that confidence back. And we've seen that throughout as the runners are just about ready to get started here, ironing out these last couple little technical details. I do want to mention right now, we've kind of talked about it before. Twitch.tv/speedrun is the main channel that's operating right now, operating Super Mario by benjii64, which is going to be that Super Metroid 80% tournament, which I watched yet. Also sponsored by benjii64. But all you have to do is hit !schedule. See how packed each and every day is. It's crazy. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. 7 days a week, bringing nonstop action to you. Anything you can think of. Have you ever seen a Super Metroid run before yesterday? I'm sure you have.
I mostly sort of watch sort of like Mario and Zelda, but I mean Super Metroid, you know, it could be interesting to, you know, watch through the tournament and sort of see where people are at with that, and you know, I feel like that'd be a good way to learn a new game sort of thing.
For sure. I've never been good at those 2D platformers because it's almost frame perfect tricks that these guys are operating because it's so optimized. Um, but I really do enjoy Majora's Mask. I think that would be a really fun any percent category. I've never run it myself, but in EverDrive, I'm looking at trying to at least play around with it.
Yeah, I know Poet Squidward has been on that 80% grind. He had a run yesterday that was actually
It was amazing.
yeah, he got a low 116, just missed out on it. But yeah, we've got both runners starting here, both of them on Japanese, interestingly, which is just a slight bit slower for 70 star. But yeah,
Luckily, we'll
See
be
how this
seeing
goes.
more of an even match. We had to have 2 retimes this week. One, due to a difference in the version, had an extra couple text boxes at the end, which caused the loss by 0.2 of a second. It was definitely a nail biter.
Yeah, there have been some like very close races to see, but both runners here getting a nice clean Lactu skip to start off.
Good luck to both of the runners starting out heading into Bomb Battlefield.
Yes, I believe that there's going to be a slight difference in route from the 2 runners. There's a difference in route where you can do CCM 18 or CCM 17. I believe, is it BroMario said he was doing 18? Oh, no, he was doing 17.
BroMario is doing 17, excuse me. HMC 33. benjii is going to be doing a CCM 18, but HMC early. So we're going to see HMC early from both of these runners, just with slight deviations. I assume that we'll see a Snowman's Land red upstairs and a couple other things. Almost synced here going into
That was a
Peach's
very
secret
nice
slide.
That was just satisfying, seeing both runners doing the exact same movement there. Yeah, well, how about slide times? What's your guesses for the boys? I'm going to go with a 12-8.
I'm going to go with BroMario 12-9, benjii a 12-8. Let's see.
I think
Wow.
benjii gets 12-7 maybe. Oh, no, he's a bit... Oh,
12-6
from
for
both.
both
Nice.
of them. Look at that sync.
Beautiful.
BroMario grabbing that star just a little bit ahead of benjii there. That rollout is super satisfying as well. Both runners doing that slide first, heading into Womp's Fortress, a huge reset area for folks that are going for their PB.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those stages that is, like, you wouldn't think it to be difficult because it's so early on in the run.
Right.
But it's very difficult to, get everything first try and everything. Looks like BroMario straight away going for the 100 coin. We've got benjii doing the plank push for Cannonless. Looks a little bit too close for me, but he might be able to save it.
No!
Yeah. He's going to be doing the backup of shooting to the wild blue. But BroMario getting a half cycle, skipping all the extra coins. I'm not sure if that's his normal route or if he goes for the half cycle skip, but yeah, we'll see benjii probably going for Cannonless again.
It always interests me watching in these races compared to when these guys are normally running. You see a lot of 100 coin first because it is super reset heavy, because it's so movement intensive. Looks like benjii going with a regular setup for Cannonless and grabbing it that second time.
BroMario is jumping over that last coin there. Yeah, finishing up the 100 coin. So both players with 4 stars as BroMario collects his 4th. So we'll see what benjii goes for now. Maybe an Owless.
Very nice
like
clip there, setting up for Owless. And straight away.
Yeah, straight away getting into that cage. Very clean from him. And BroMario looks to be doing the same thing. Getting a nice double jump after the fence clip. Triple jump, and in there.
Now, I'm not really sure what type of controller that these gentlemen are using. What do you use personally? You use the old school N64 controller?
Well, actually being on emulator, I use a PS4 controller. Very different. A lot of people don't like it. But, I'm okay with it.
I've heard a lot of the MU players go back and forth between like an Xbox 360 controller or the Xbox One controller. Myself, I run on console, rocking that Hori mini pad. So, huge shout out to Punkay, who just sold me my newest Hori since the last one decided to break.
Yeah, if I were to guess, I would say benjii is on the OG N64 and BroMario maybe the same. I'm not too sure.
BroMario, as a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, he is on OG N64, but he's using a third-party controller specifically for Bowser throws to kind of preserve that stick just a little bit.
Yeah, obviously with the Bowser throws, trying to spin with a regular. Oh,
Ooh!
BroMario, not getting the fence clip, getting stuck down there, making his way back up the slope instead of. I think that was actually probably
And
a
a
faster
bump.
backup, but yeah, BroMario having a bit of trouble getting a ledge grab to get there.
Showing his frustration to the viewers now, tapping that R button. We're pretty much back together up at the Big Daddy Womp.
Yeah, I think Benji is a bit out of line there with the star. He's gonna have to maybe run. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to
just,
go back and
just
grab
missed
it.
on it. Yeah, Benji had a bit of an awkward fight though. He didn't get the ground pound back through the womp, so he just slid down his back. Had to try and readjust.
Now that we've knocked that Big Daddy Womp out of the way, heading up to the tower, finishing up this last star in Womp's Fortress.
Yeah, runner's still pretty close together after Womp staying close. Womp's 9, saving that second, overdoing Womp's 8.
Which
But
is
a low 7 minute from both of them.
It's pretty shocking, you know, seeing the differences in these PBs. As Benji kind of talked about BroMario with that 148, 120. So he does have the experience failing a little bit on this side flip, getting up to the second slide star. What are you going for, Benji and BroMario on this slide?
I'm going to say Benji 12-7, BroMario 12-8.
Let's see if they can both pull out another 12-6. Bam, consistent.
12-6 from Benji.
And
12-8 from BroMario.
I see you got the BroMario. Benji with the consistency. With the consistency.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. What's your average slide time?
I'd say probably like a 12-9 to 13. I've actually been doing very badly on it lately. It's just not one of those stars that you think, oh, I need to practice that, because it's just
right.
You know. But yeah, I have got a few 12-6s and quite a lot of 12-7s and 8s and stuff, but yeah, I just happen to mess it up every now and then.
Both of our runners grabbing that lag reduction before going into wing cap here, making it look easy. BroMario getting the text box before the star. That's going to cost him just a little bit as he's trying to nip at the heels of benjii64. benjii64 definitely looking more confident heading into Dark World now.
Yeah, Benji was saying before the race that he was extremely nervous, but does seem to be doing just fine at the moment. Bowser in the Dark World with red coins here. A very, very tricky star.
I don't know
different
about
cycles. And go on.
I would assume for you going into Dark World, that's kind of when the nerves set in a little bit. That's the first really, you know, heavily movement-based stage. I mean, what are you thinking as you're going through? Are you going to try to take it easy just a little bit?
Well, when I get into Dark World, I typically think, okay, well, Shigeru's cycle is the one that I like the fastest cycle that I can get.
Sure.
So I'm just going to go for that. If I make any sort of mistake or anything and I know I'm not going to make it, I'll just, you know, play it safe a little bit. Just try not to get shocked by the amps. But yeah, both runners making it through Dark World nice and cleanly.
They make it look easy, too. That last coin has been giving a lot of folks trouble here. Oh!
BroMario with a double first frame wall kicks. Can't get up this slope. You can't make it up there without a triple jump. But Benji throwing into the big ball and getting the big key.
I don't think you could put it any more simply than that. Man, these runners are incredibly close today. Normally, by this time, we're seeing some sort of mistakes. We're seeing very minor mistakes coming out of BroMario, which is why Benji's been able to maintain the lead, being that consistent player. But I think that may change headed to downstairs after Bob.
Yeah, I think we saw, at the very least, Benji hillless and stuff, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And we will see a slight deviation between the two runners in this in the next stage after Benji in CCM. I think yeah, it's BroMario who said can't remember if it was 17 or 18. I've already forgotten.
Yeah, BroMario will be doing CCM 17. Benji going for CCM 8. But BroMario only getting 33 out of HMC. Sky Jump making it look easy for both of these runners as Benji CCM right now.
Getting a quick ground pound before entering, maybe for RNG manipulation, who knows. But yeah, I'll see Benji going for wall kicks will work. Going to do a backflip into a wall kick, into a dive, onto the platform. Beautifully done.
You know, I heard the only thing that could affect RNG and manipulating it is going to be singing Ocean Man repeatedly over and over during your run. Is that true?
Maybe I'll have to try that out during a 120 star run or something. Just sing it for a full 2 hours, you know.
Hey, it couldn't hurt anything. If you're streaming, I don't know, your viewers may kind of knock you out a little bit, but it definitely couldn't hurt, right?
I mean, I'll have to give it a go. Thanks for giving me the idea.
For sure. Benji grabbing that star. Now, what's interesting is the star placement for this very negligent penguin. The penguin has a huge hitbox, and you have to kind of like jump over that hitbox on the Japanese version to grab that star. BroMario seeing this 100 coin without the penguin, which I think is less risky, to be honest.
Yeah, I think CCM 17 is a it's a bit of a better route for races. I think it is just barely slower, but
right.
Yeah, I think it is a bit safer because you don't have the penguin to worry about on the 100 coin slide. And you can just, you know, go straight out the door. You don't have to long jump to the star or anything.
And you're not as worried about your coin count if you happen to get too little. You've got some reds. Normally they'll grab this one red on the top of the tree, and that's where they spawn the star. But you're not wasting a ton of time. I mean, very minimal amount of time if you happen to miss a coin. If you miss a coin with the penguin, you're done. Shooting for that 85. Looks like Benji knows that, getting that safety red there.
Yeah, and entering the chimney for if you're doing the slide with the big penguin there. If you grab that extra safety red coin, you've got 3 coins that you can miss. If you avoid it, then you only have the 1. So Benji playing it a bit safe.
We have had runners complain about this jump here. You saw missing a coin or 2 there on that jump.
Yeah, he's got 54 here. He missed 2 more there, but that should be just enough. He needs to get the rest of the coins here, though.
85 is the magical number. 86, you can still grab that long jump, but 87, you're doing that speed kick of shame back up to get your star. Benji playing it smart there.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, though, I think you can do some form of jump dive into the star and still just about make it, but it's pretty precise.
For sure. Commentator here, a very noob runner. I'm pretty sure I would just jump dive straight off the side.
Yeah, I mean, I always make sure to, you know, end with 100 coins, if not 101. But
right.
Oh, BroMario missing that jump dive over there. Quick back up with just a quick side flip.
So right now, it looks like BroMario's in the lead. However, you have to remember we did have a route deviation in CCM. So if you notice up at the top right of each of the runners, Benji's got 1 extra star right now that BroMario will have to make up later on in the run.
Yeah, BroMario having a bit of trouble with the Boo here. He's not wanting to follow him up. BroMario was looking at the Boo, so he turned invisible. He couldn't punch him. And then the Boo just didn't follow him up the roof.
Boo can be super trolly for sure. Benji electing to do those haunted books first. I know that it's just runner's preference on which one they go to. I prefer to get that boo out of the way because it can be a little troublesome. The books not so much.
Yeah, well, for me personally, those books do sometimes give me trouble because I go for just a quick kick jump, like what you see BroMario doing, and sometimes I get caught on the railing. It's just, yeah.
Then you're gonna have to do a side flip to try to get back up there. Let's see if Benji can make it up. Kills the boo. Gonna jump up and grab this star, and we're finally headed down to the basement, where I think this may be a game changer for sure.
Yeah, we'll have to see SSL coming up. We'll have to see. I'm pretty sure both runners are confident enough going for pillarless. We'll have to see how that goes for them.
Surprising cast mode from Benji, grabbing and BroMario grabbing that MIPS. We've seen a lot of the folks that are running on US do that nice little swag punch grab at the end instead of doing that safety dive. But I'd assume here both of the runners on Japanese, where MIPS is just a little bit faster in the beginning, that they're going to opt for that safety route.
Yeah, I see BroMario here going for the pillarless. Getting a little bit on the slope. But yeah, managing to get up there very quick.
Very, very nice. See if Benji can repeat that.
Oh, getting a medium bomb. He's going to have to try and finagle this bomb to get all the way across. It's a bit slower. And now he's going to have to try and get further up this pyramid. It's a little bit tricky. But he gets in there. Very nice. Doesn't have to...
Knowing that experience, that's crazy.
Yeah, medium bomb, a very, very tricky way of doing it. I mean, pillarless on its own, I find is quite difficult. But yeah, medium bomb is just that extra level.
Right.
And Benji's showing that you can do it.
Benji, gonna go grab that talent star, what BroMario just finished up here recently. Now, this is one of my favorite stars with this dive, getting these massive jumps to head to the top of the pyramid. It's just super satisfying for me to execute and watch. I'm not sure what the RTA record is on it, but it's an incredibly fast star for sure.
Yeah, it's only about, I want to say, 7 seconds. I'm not, yeah, somewhere about there. But yeah, BroMario going straight towards the volcano here, probably going for lava boost first. There are a few different methods of this. Looks like he's going for the triple jump. Saves the least amount of time.
The long jump.
Oh, falling down.
Taking a dip.
And getting burned by the fire. I think he's just going to make his way up the volcano normally. It would be a big waste of time to go back after collecting enough coins to survive. Benji going to be going for his attempt now. He actually got up there and just missed the jump up to the poles. That is quite sad. But Benji actually going for the elevator tour first.
Now, BroMario, an experienced 120 runner, very optimized, deliberate movement heading up to the top for that backup, is going to lose a little bit of time there, securing Benji's lead just a little bit more.
Yeah, we'll see. Looks like Benji's going back to the volcano now to do lava boost. We'll see. But BroMario was successful in getting up the volcano, but unfortunately just missing the jump. And Benji with a long jump, saving a little bit of time over the triple jump method. And no troubles at the end for him.
We've seen a lot of runners in this tournament specifically going for grabbing the bottom of that pole to kind of get the skip around, more of the non-stop style. How do you feel about that? I mean, is it really difficult to execute, or why do we see runners grab kind of the middle of the pole when going up towards the top?
It's more of a like optimization. If you grab like the very bottoms that you don't actually grab onto the pole, and you can just like jump up. It's just a little bit faster over climbing the pole bit and yeah, making your way up that way. It's normally something that you see from pretty high tier runners because it's very risky if you end up falling from it.
It seems like you'd almost just jump right off the end.
Yeah, it's very easy to as well, because if you jump too early, you'll just grab the pole. So you've got to really have good timing and good precision movement to get up there.
BroMario getting that confidence definitely looks a little bit better than he did at the beginning of the race. Did miss that lava boost, but was able to recover fairly quickly. Heading towards these little bullies. Let's see if he's going to get bullied out.
Oh, getting a double kill, but then the third one just after. And Benji getting
hitting
a triple
all
kill.
3.
Yeah, so Benji looking to be about a star ahead. Both of them are going to be going back in for one more star. So BroMario will be leaving with 29, Benji to leave with 30.
Speaking of leaving with a 29 or 30, don't forget to check out our sponsor for this tournament, vi.gg, where you can bet on any of the tournaments that are going on right now. Special deal going on for GSA. Check them out in the panels below or hit !bet. The only stipulation, it has to be available in your country and you have to be of legal betting age. Now, if I was a betting man, I wouldn't know where to go on this race. I mean, these players at first, Benji the clear favorite to win, but BroMario right behind him. Not too far off. There's still a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, Benji with the high 49, BroMario with 52. I mean, as long as Benji can play within about 2 minutes of his PB, which is, typically around about what you would get in a race if you didn't do too many huge mistakes, it would look like Benji would be definitely in the driving seat, but in a race and with the amount of nerves that comes with it,
oh, for sure.
Yeah, it can definitely go either way. I'm pretty sure we have seen some upsets so far, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see until later on in this race. There's definitely a lot more that can, change the flow of the race.
BroMario and Benji executing that triple box jump, going for that Christmas miracle now. Oh, not hitting the switch.
Yeah, BroMario not getting the switch. Benji does get it. A quick backup from BroMario, though.
BroMario having to calm down those nerves for sure. Benji playing like he's sitting on his couch, doing very well going through HMC now. I know a lot of runners elect to do that HMC route late, which I believe saves around a second or so. But a lot of folks are saying that that's just kind of their preference, almost like a little bit of downtime before heading up to Tippy. What do you think about HMC early versus HMC late?
Personally, I do it early because I sort of like to get these areas out of the way. So like I know that I've finished basement and I can just move on. I don't have to go back to it. But
Right.
yeah, I believe it does save, like you said, a second. Which it is quite an easy second to save, but at the same time, you are ended up having to do a second MIPS, and instead of doing the Snowman's Land Reds, a nice little sink there.
That sink there, that was awesome.
Always love when that happens. But yeah, I mean, it is a bit of a preference, but yeah, I think it is just barely faster to do it late.
Alrighty. Heading up now. So I'm interested to see heading into Wet Dry World. It's one of my favorite courses, just because of the dynamic of the course. I know that we're going to see Fire Sea and Dire Docks, but I'm always interested in seeing Wet Dry World 100. Again, one of those very movement intensive, but you also have the RNG elements of the spider and the skeeter and all of those things while doing the secrets.
Yeah, I think Wet Dry World 100 Coin is one of the bigger RNG sort of stages in 70 star. Of course, if you run 120 star, you'll know that Snowman's Land 100 coins is the worst.
Right.
But yeah, Wet Dry World does have a little bit of that as well, with all of the spiders and the boxes.
Bro Mario grabbing that just a little bit faster. benjii having to readjust there. We've seen throughout these races the Manta giving everybody issues. We talked about how the hitbox is a little bit different than the ring itself. Is that one of the stars that kind of makes you nervous when you're going through runs?
Yeah, definitely. Because like if you sort of miss the first couple of rings, then you've got to be really, really careful. Because you can't just swim through the rings as they look, because that's not how they actually are programmed. So if you do end up missing a couple of rings, then you could end up losing a good like solid 30 seconds. Yeah,
Chasing the Manta
I always,
Ray.
yeah, doing a full lap before the hitboxes line up with how they actually appear. But yeah, it's definitely a big run killer if you do manage to miss those first few rings.
Grabbing that sub sandwich as both runners push the water back after getting that sub star. Talking about this Manta Ray star right here in the hitboxes.
Yeah,
It's
these
like
first ones are
BroMario.
lined up. These first ones are lined up as they appear, so both runners. I mean, as long as you do actually go through the rings, then you should be pretty safe to go. But yeah, as it can happen, you know, you can miss those first couple of rings, and you're gonna have a bad time if that's the case.
Here we go. Fire Sea Reds.
Yeah, 5C Red's arguably one of the hardest stars in the entire game if you want to go for that early cycle. And benjii already messing up at the start here, just not getting that wall kick, bouncing off a Goomba.
BroMario misses that red coin.
Yeah, both of these runners are looking like they're going to be missing that early cycle now. And BroMario not getting up in time, going to have to move the elevator again. So I don't know if benjii can still get the early cycle. It's going to be very close if he can. But I'm not sure. He might be able to grab this red coin. If he can get this triple jump, he's got a bad angle.
Not quite. He's going to have to wait on these elevators. Giving
And
BroMario...
he's going to be a bit late on this normal cycle here. He should be able to get up though. Maybe.
Oh,
missed
missed.
a wall kick.
Wow.
So a normal cycle from benjii and a late cycle from BroMario. That's a pretty big time loss there. But benjii finishing up. Yeah, fun fact, I got my first ever fast cycle Fire Sea of Reds in my PB run yesterday. And then I long jumped past the star.
Oh, no. Are you kidding me?
So instead of golding by a good bit, I ended up losing a couple of attempts.
Oh, no. Having to back that up, man, that feels bad, man, for sure.
Oh, and benjii missing the throw. Gonna have to re-grab him. Thankfully, he didn't fall off the stage and didn't get up and turn around, so his tail was inaccessible. So benjii losing a bit of time, but not as much as he definitely would have done.
Ooh,
if he did what BroMario just did.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this Bowser throw is the most costly one to miss, because if you throw him off the stage like that, he's just going to jump back up. And that is the most amount of time that you can lose from any Bowser fight.
The biggest thing that we see from BroMario is his late game is very, very consistent. Getting that dab for the miss from BroMario, I think it's going to come down to Tippy, to be honest. I know benjii's got a pretty solid lead right now, but anything can happen. We talked about Wet Dry World 100, one of my favorite courses. It's just a lot of fun to be able to execute as long as you have pretty decent RNG. It's the best. That spider kind of lines up next to you like that. Really helps out a lot.
Yeah, normally when I'm going through this, the spider is always by the wall, so I just bounce on the spider and then walk it, grab the coins in the air, and carry on my way.
And it's super risky too. A lot of folks will see the spider next to the wall and go ahead and hit that blue coin switch, but then you're running against that timer. Missing one of those blue coins is huge.
Yeah,
Having to go for those
oh,
backup.
BroMario with a bit of an awkward spider there, wanting to get all up on that blue box. But yeah, benjii with 86 coins at this point, he can miss one. And this Chuckya as well, coins can go flying with this. benjii throwing him way back into the ground there.
He didn't even need that last coin. Got that safety coin just in case.
Yeah, you can actually, when you do that dive rollout to the last 5, you can skip the first one and end at the last coin there. But yeah, benjii picking up that extra coin. Looks like BroMario has 75 at this point, so he has missed 1 coin, but that is okay.
He has
so long as
to get all of these from the Chuckya, and then all 5 when he jumps off. Oh, gonna chase that coin around a little bit. I've noticed from most runners they talked about, they don't really worry about the amps that are on that plank there, because you kind of just miss them, but we have seen a couple of folks get amped in this tournament.
Yeah, amps are definitely really can be quite unfortunate, especially I know in Dark World the amps are really, really bad, because for me personally, I feel as though the amps are what chooses whether you get an earlier cycle or not. Because if you hit one, you're definitely missing the cycle that you're going for.
Missing that side flip up top, kind of bonking. What are we seeing from BroMario here?
Oh, nice triple jump dive straight onto that platform there, skipping the one in between. And both runners finishing up that star there. So I believe that, yeah, benjii has 1 more star from here. And I think BroMario will be making up one of the stars that he didn't do earlier. He'll be doing Tiny Huge Island Reds, I'm pretty sure.
THI Reds, you know, taking a death in the cave. I believe we saw a lunar jump in his match. Took a death in that cave, and it's pretty costly.
Yeah, I also, when I was commentating the triple bingo race a little while ago with, I'm trying to remember who it was, but there were 3 deaths in that cave going for the 100 coin from 1 player, and that is just a huge loss. He still managed to win the race though.
Really pulling it out, and that's why I say anything goes. benjii almost sliding off the side going up for this star here. Anything goes. You know, I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you did. Don't worry, you don't have to love me, but it doesn't matter. It can change at a moment's notice. 1 death towards the end of TTC 100, and you're done. You know, that's a huge time loss. So it's anybody's game going into Tippy.
And this race is still relatively close for what it's worth. You know, BroMario making up one of the stars that he, you know, skipped earlier. So both runners deciding not to do the Toxic Maze in HMC. So they're both going to be doing TTC 100 coin, which, as you said, you know, can be a very, very costly star if you mess it up at the end. There's a lot of
getting that ledge
balls.
grab. There is, and it's crazy. Sometimes you'll get them, sometimes you won't. So you kind of don't want to risk it, especially in a race, but then you do because you want to head, you know, get that little bit of an advantage. And I think that's why TikTok Clock and Rainbow Ride, specifically TTC, really goes hard on you in these races.
Yeah, and definitely, if you have like something like that, you know, with the say if you have a death at the end of TTC 100 coin, then it can really just shake you up for the rest of the race, and you'll just keep on messing up. And TTC is a very punishing stage. If you aren't fully confident going into it, something's going to go wrong. You know what I mean?
Benji showing some cracks here as BroMario was able to execute, as BroMario gets bonked and burned, but BroMario was able to execute those secrets a little bit faster than Benji, and then Benji having a couple of issues with the Piranha Pants. BroMario getting the double. I really like seeing the double for the Piranha Plants. I think it's kind of that swag look. It's pretty cool.
I haven't actually seen that before, to be honest. I've always just done the the other way around. But yeah, interesting from BroMario.
Having a hop up, Benji going to go ahead and grab this waterfall star. What's super interesting, and maybe you can kind of shed some light on this, we've seen some of the runners in this tournament go for the top star, but I was under the assumption that with that top star comes BroMario getting chucked right off. Gonna lose some time. He hits that Goomba though, cushions his fall. But in TTM, seeing and Benji taking a dive. I think crack showing on both of these guys. But once you get that TTM star at the top, doesn't the monkey cage spawn causing a ton of lag?
Yeah, I can't remember if it's you need to do the first 2 stars, but yeah, I think we do typically see people do the waterfall first.
And this is what I was talking about from the beginning of this race here today. You can see now with BroMario and Benji getting into their own heads at this point, knowing what's coming next, seeing these small little mistakes, 1, 2, 3 second time losses. BroMario getting hit with the wombo combo there, fire and bonk. Hopefully he can recover from this.
Yeah, BroMario with that nice log wall kick. Benji going around. I think he maybe had a bad angle. Didn't want to risk going for the long jump. But Benji getting the start at the very top of the mountain. So
Very much swaggerific.
I think it's 2 more stars left for Benji.
We've got the box star and possibly breezeless. I don't know if he's going to go for it, being as behind as he is.
Yeah,
he is going to go for it. Nails it.
Nice. Very, very nice.
Nice swag move for Benji, hitting that breezeless. Something we haven't seen very often here in this tournament. That's excellent. Securing that lead.
That is very, very precise to try and get up there. You got to sort of ground pound at the very peak of a triple jump wall kick just to clip in there. And I think if you're just too low or something, you can clip into it but not get enough height, and you can just fall through the map and end up just falling to your death, which is one of the risks with that.
That's definitely going to be a huge confidence booster for Benji heading into Snowman's Land. As BroMario is getting up there, grabbing the red coin star now, falling down to that mushroom and praying.
Yeah, Benji going to try and do a triple jump wall kick up here on the snowman.
Oh, and he bonks! Gonna have to follow up with this backup here. Side flip into a wall kick, straight up. More of the intermediate strat to get up there as a backup.
Thankfully, he didn't get the glitchy bonk and fall all the way down, because that can cost you quite a bit more time, especially if you get caught up with the moving platforms to push you all the way back. But Benji doing quick trouble jump into the frozen star there, and BroMario going to be finishing up. I do believe he's going to be finishing this after the star with TTM.
That quick double jump is pretty cool to see. You see a lot of triple jumps heading into that deep freeze, but that double jump is super satisfying to watch as well.
Yeah, Benji going to be doing a big jump all the way over the wall, ground pounding into the box.
Going blinds. BroMario.
A lot of, sorry, go on.
I was going to say, BroMario finally catching up here in Snowman's Land.
And he gets that wall kick there, getting up onto the snowman. saving a bit of time there over Benji.
Bully and that bully, another satisfying star as well.
Yeah, it's one of those stars where it's just like, okay, I can take a bit of a breather, you know,
A
just
breather,
long
right.
jump, do a couple of dive jumps, and that's the star.
BroMario going up that left side, which is, if I'm not mistaken, that's kind of the older route. I would say most people are now going up that right-hand side to get straight across to land on the box, but BroMario going for this shredding to get these 8 red coins now.
And of course, if these runners were doing HMC late, this is the star that they would choose not to do, as doing the MIP star saves about a second. And yeah, Benji, I believe this is his last star before going up into Rainbow Ride.
We can see those nerves starting
BroMario.
to set in.
BroMario not carrying on his speed there, gonna be going to the right side this time to jump over and getting that box star.
Benji heading upstairs to go ride those rainbows.
Yeah, Rainbow Ride definitely a very scary stage. A lot of places where you can fall down, and you know, a lot of things can go wrong here. First and foremost, triple jump wall kick, gonna be going for tricky triangles. Getting that dive over the railing. Long
Getting
jumps
that
across. And
That extra. Ooh! Takes that bonk.
they're
You know
going to be pressing the switch again to the triangles are tricky.
Getting hung up a little bit. It's kind of interesting when you do that long jump that you can almost infinitely run in the corner of that fenced box there.
Yeah.
Definitely kind of weird physics going on for Mario.
Yeah, there are a few places where that can happen, you know, where you can just run and just build up a load of speed. You can, like, find a corner and just start doing, like, dives, like, dive rollouts and stuff.
Really?
Benji with a nice, Benji with a nice lacti bounce there.
Ooh.
Missing the wall kick. Lands back on the platform, though, so you can back this up pretty quickly.
And that's a common mistake with Lakitu bounce, getting up to the pole, kind of relaxing a little bit, saying, hey, you know what, I got through the difficult part, and then kind of flubbing a little bit, but Benji was able to recover pretty quickly, just as BroMario is heading in for his Lakitu bounce now.
And getting onto the bottom of that pole, not having too much trouble getting onto it. Let's see. He gets the ledge grab straight away, so he can just make his way up. And
super easy.
Yeah, BroMario seems to be picking up the pace here, and you know, if Benji starts making any sort of mistake, any sort of slip up, BroMario is looking ready to pounce on that.
And that's where I think if I'm in their position, I'm definitely not watching the stream. I'm just trying to play the best that I can. Because I don't really, I wouldn't want to change my strategies as I'm going through. BroMario taking the burn, going straight down, crashing at the bottom, going for those tricky triangles. That's going to cost him.
And Benji missing a red coin there as well in the main. But yeah, BroMario not getting the dive rollout that he wants. Going off and into the fire on his way down. Going to be going for it again, straight over the fire that time. Gets the rollout onto the triangle, but then has a little bit of a bonk.
It's
Triangle's
starting to
looking,
become a nail biter.
Yeah, triangle's looking tricky for both runners. Benji looking to do TTC before going into... so we've seen him get that on his way to Bowser in the Sky afterwards. TTC 100 coin.
Oh.
This is one hell of a star. Just climbing all the way up. You know, all the way up the clock.
It is
in chat.
Arguably one of the most significant time losses if you happen to fail at the end.
Yeah, TTC 100 coin is definitely it's one of those stars that, you know, if you do make mistakes on it, it's very hard to recover from it. And it's just a lot of invisible walls that can get in the way, a lot of things that can go wrong. Benji taking a longer way around there to avoid an invisible wall. And really just taking his time so that he doesn't fall. Really just wants to, get the 100 coin and not have to worry about anything.
A very good 100 coin showing from Benji here. As you were saying, Ruby, let's see if we can get those time clocks, the speedrun fire in the chat. Heading in, grabbing these first couple of stars here in TikTok clock. BroMario grabbing that Toad star beforehand.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, apparently it saves a second to do Toad afterwards, but yeah, we'll see how the real time save comes along with this 100 coin here from BroMario. A death from Benji.
Ooh. This is going to be the opening that BroMario needs. It wasn't a very significant death, but any death counts at this point. If BroMario can execute just as perfectly as Benji did for his 100 coin, he definitely still has a chance here.
And Benji missing the triple jump there. He did get the side flip onto the first box, which would have been an optimal way to start that triple jump. Gets up there on his second attempt. Getting the time jumps on moving bars. Not so moving in this clock. BroMario having a bit of trouble with the wall kicks there to get out of there. Oh, falling. Oh, saving it. Very nice save from BroMario. Giving the commentator a heart attack.
That was definitely a clincher there for sure. Wow.
He's taking his time a little bit on that last jump. Making sure that he gets it. While Benji does his first moving C2C star. With Get a Hand.
Going up to see this last thwomp stomping on his head, but not really. Just grabbing the star above his head. Benji in moving time right now.
Yeah, going for
rolling in the cage.
Yeah, rolling the cage. I always forget the names of the stars. I'll just be like, yeah, the one above Get a Hand.
the one on top.
Yeah,
I have not seen Benji get pit in the pendulums yet, which is the one that we just saw BroMario get.
Yeah, he's got pit in the pendulums and the red coins, which he's doing right now. Slightly missing that first red coin, just jumping right past it. Didn't think he needed it. But of course, going back for it because he actually does need it.
He knows he's got that time save in the pocket. Maybe he just wanted to kind of jump around a little bit.
Oh, and BroMario diving right off. Managing to land back on a lower part of the stage in moving TTC. Going this way, though. Could be a bit tricky for him. But he's going to be taking it slightly safer going this way. And long jump, go right across.
Bad angle! Bad angle as he jumps across BroMario.
Oh, and BroMario not able to get past that corner.
All the way down.
Mario having a bit of a stumble and getting his jump eaten there. But Benji finishes TTC.
Wow.
He's still trying to make his way over to Ron. And Benji just picking up his 7th and arguably the hardest star again. You know, Toad Star is very difficult. You might accidentally punch him in the face.
Give him the old 1-2. Just as Benji's heading upstairs.
Yeah, Benji going up these no longer endless stairs with his 70 stars in hand. Going into the final Bowser stage. BroMario doing the kick into the wall there. So if you kick the wall while you're underneath that star, you can just have a lot of backwards momentum. Lower down in the stage. You can actually do it if you go far enough to the left. You know, at the very bottom where you would normally pick up a death.
Wow.
And the star animation would just play. BroMario with a very quick triple jump there, and Benji triple jump wall kick left side.
Benji putting the nails in the coffin here. headed up to see Bowser for the final time. No key, just one really, really big star.
Yeah, and Benji looking like he's on pace for a low 51 here.
So if that's the case, could we possibly see a PB for him in this race?
Well, Benji said that he has a 49. So it's BroMario that has the 52, but BroMario taking another death here in TCC. Benji getting a very quick 2-spin throw. I think that was 2 spins on that final throw.
Ooh.
So a very low 51 here from Benji. BroMario doing this red coin to finish up TTC. We'll
Solid
see if we can
run.
get it, yeah, 51.09 from Benji.
See if we can get Benji in the call.
Yeah, if we can get this guy in for an interview, see how he was feeling after this race. BroMario still got Bowser in the sky coming up. And we have Benji in the call.
What was going through your mind? How do you feel about that race performance?
I don't know. I'm pretty happy about that run. I hadn't made any mistakes. I don't know. I mean, the run was pretty good. But yeah, I didn't expect that I was gonna win that, but yeah, I nailed it.
Oh, BroMario taking a hit on this triple jump dive. Yeah, a very solid performance out of you for sure. You were synced up a lot with BroMario throughout that. I don't know if you were watching the stream kind of in the background or not, but
yeah, I watch sometimes.
But at some point, nearly synced frame for frame, going through this race. Now I know you were nervous in the beginning, but we kind of saw at points that you just kind of turned it off and ran the game. What was going through your head at those points?
I don't know.
Like it's almost as if those nerves went away and that muscle memory kicked in. Super solid performance. GG to
Yeah, thanks.
you.
Thank you.
Ruby, do you have anything for Benji?
I don't think so. I don't know actually who you're racing next.
J-Mill.
J-Mill. Okay.
J-Mill.
That should be a good one as well.
It's gonna be an excellent race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with a low 51, you'll definitely put up a good fight in that one, hopefully as well. As we see BroMario coming to the end of Bowser in the Sky here, looking to get a low 54 maybe.
See, and viewers that are watching right now, don't kick yourself. All you had to do at the beginning of the race was hit exclamation point bet, play your bets. If you had a bet on Benji, you could be walking away with extra taco packs, extra McDonald's, Domino's pizza, something delivered to your door right now with this Benji win, as BroMario tosses Bowser into the little pie shape there.
And then just dives right into him.
We're going to go ahead and start wrapping it up. Make sure you stay tuned to this channel, twitch.tv/speedrun. A lot of great action coming up. Coming up next, Super Mario Odyssey Any Percent Tournament. Got Len Cube and Lil Aggie soothing your ears on the commentary. If you've never seen an SMO Any Percent run, it's phenomenal. Some of the stuff that these guys do is truly amazing. Makes me want to play the game even more and more. Benji, thank you so much again. GG to you for the win. Looking forward to see your next race with J-Mill.
Yo, thanks.
And Ruby, it's been a pleasure commentating with you today. Thank you for having all of that experience bringing to the table as this noob is trying to commentate this game. Definitely enjoyed having you at my side.
Well, thank you for leading the commentary and having such a great commentating voice. That is just beautiful.
I appreciate it. Exclamation point schedule, exclamation point bracket. Check it out. My name's Thero. Stay tuned for more non-stop action. Have a good day, gents.